And Wasso, ready?
Hey, Chris, how are you, man?
Good. How are you? How are you, man?
Doing very good, thank you. I'm going to attempt to take over the screen right now.
Yep.
Let's see. And I'm going to pop off my camera just because I want everyone to focus on my screen. You can see?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Yep.
I'm Wasso, Director of Business Development at EverRise. It's an absolute pleasure to be here with everyone as EverRise launched on the Binance Smart Chain 8 months ago. Before you can really understand EverRise, you need to understand the problem that we set out to solve. DeFi has nearly no security infrastructure. Over 14 billion in assets were stolen in DeFi by hackers in 2021 alone. With only 5% of the global population in crypto, we set out on a mission to support the growth and adoption of decentralized finance. EverRise is a blockchain technology company focused on increasing accessibility to DeFi by bringing security and multi-chain solutions through an innovative ecosystem of dApps for both developers and users. Our ecosystem is currently available on the Binance Smart Chain, Ethereum, Polygon, Phantom, and Avalanche blockchains. Here's the EverRise ecosystem. We have EverOwn, Everbridge, Everswap, Everstake, Migrate, all live, and in development, we have EverWallet, Eversale, and Everlock. Let's take a deeper dive into these. So first, EverOwn. EverOwn is a smart contract locker based on DAO community voting. Currently, smart contracts are held in a single DeFi wallet by overwhelming majority. A single individual or a small team has control of the smart contract. Many investors demand developers to renounce the smart contract. This prevents any future changes and really hinders a project's longevity. With EverOwn, a developer can lock their smart contract and can regain access with a successful community vote. Users will wallet connect and cast their vote based on token holdings. All of the votes are stored off-chain to prevent voters from paying any gas. So let's take a look at the life cycle a little bit. So you will see here, the developer will first lock the smart contract into EverOwn. They will then bring awareness to their community of the proposed change, followed by initiating a vote of EverOwn. And if the vote is successful, access is granted and the smart contract can be claimed by the developer. EverOwn also locks all newly generated liquidity for a separate community vote for LP withdrawal. Currently, there is no other mechanism for locking newly generated LP, as newly generated LP only goes to the smart contract owner's address. The locking developer can also add a secondary wallet that can come and reclaim the contract with a successful community vote after a certain amount of time. We put in the legacy provision in case, God forbid, a hack or death or abandonment to the project's original developer. Let's take a look at Everbridge. Everbridge, the second dApp I'm going to talk about today, integrates blockchains to let individuals and projects move freely between networks at block speed. We've seen so many bridges using the industry standard of burning and minting of tokens. We've seen so many of these bridges being exploited. We have a locking and unlocking mechanism for our bridges rather than a minting and burning. With Everbridge, say in this graphic right here on the left, a user is on the Ethereum network. If they are looking to move to the Binance Smart Chain, what will happen is this. Their tokens will leave their Ethereum DeFi wallet and get locked on the EverVault on the Ethereum chain. That EverVault on the Ethereum chain will communicate with the EverVault on the Binance Smart Chain, instructing that vault to release those tokens to the user's wallet on Binance Smart Chain. Because we are not minting and burning tokens, but rather transferring on-chain, we are able to achieve low gas fees and transfer times at block speed. I'll actually be demoing this shortly. The third dApp I'm going to talk about is Everswap. To really understand why we created Everswap, it's important to understand that in DeFi, the majority of the projects must collect their tokenomic tax in the form of their project tokens. They then leverage a swap and liquefy function where they basically sell their tokens on the open market to get the native token. Everswap takes tokenomic fees before the swap, removing sell pressure caused by smart contracts. Because of Everswap and Everbridge, we are able to use Rise, our token, to integrate blockchains and allow for native coins to be swapped. This means going from BNB to ETH to Matic to Phantom to Avalanche in any direction. And I will demo this as well. The next step I'm going to talk about is EverMigrate. EverMigrate allows projects to upgrade their smart contract without having to do airdrops. Airdrops can be very costly and have risks, as wallets and tokens can be changed by any one of the many people involved in the process of successfully completing an airdrop. With EverMigrate, a user can send out old tokens and receive new tokens in a single transaction. This tool can also be used for mergers and acquisitions as DeFi continues to mature. Next, let's talk about Everstake. Everstake is EverRise's staking platform that allows Rise holders to stake Rise on any one of the 5 blockchains we are on. Users are able to stake between 1 to 12 months. They are given a percentage of the total pool, and they are rewarded in Rise tokens based on their percentage. Currently, we have 51% of our supply staked for an average term of nearly 10 months. All of the staking contracts are individually staked. This acts as a multi-layer firewall protection between individual contracts. All right, so now let's talk about what we have in development. EverWallet is a complementary wallet to Trust Wallet or MetaMask. We are not looking to replace the existing wallets on the market. Rather, we are looking to provide security enhancements to protect users' assets. If your seed phrase is compromised, your entire wallet is at risk. With EverWallet, an exploiter will not only need your seed phrase, but will also need a password and 2FA. The seed phrase is currently a single point of failure, and we are looking to address that issue. We will also be addressing dusting attacks. As a new asset comes into your wallet, a notification will pop up giving the user the option of either accepting the token, hiding the token from the user interface, or if the user wishes to pay the gas to send that token to the dead address on chain. The next step we have in development is Eversale. Eversale is a launchpad to facilitate pre-sales. We will support projects with best practices, including community voting liquidity lockers, anti-bot precautions, along with other launch-specific features. We will be doing this while taking 0 project tokens, rather a fee. A common practice in this space is your launchpad partner takes a portion of your supply, and very often they end up selling very shortly after launch. We are not looking to do that to any of the projects that work with us. Lastly, Everlock. Everlock is a liquidity locker based on community voting. All of the liquidity lockers on the market are based on time. We believe the locking of liquidity should be based on voting to not limit growth. If a developer and their community want to bridge to a new chain or list on an exchange, liquidity will be needed, and the community should not have to wait weeks, months, years until the liquidity locker unlocks. All right, guys, let's check out some of these dApps. All right, so first thing I'll do, let me pop on the camera. Let's go here. Can you still see my screen, by the way, Chris?
Yep, very clearly.
All right, beautiful. So this is the EverRise website. We'll go here, we'll click dApps. Let's start with Everswap. So launch Everswap. Let's take a look. So here it's telling me I have no BNB in my wallet. Let's check no BNB. Pretty sure I have some Phantom here. Yep, okay. So we have 500 Phantom. So the first thing we'll do is I'm going to perform a swap on Phantom, and then I'm going to bridge some tokens from Phantom over to Binance. So the first thing let's do, how much do I want to spend? Let's go 100 Phantom. Swap. Confirm. And now what's happening here is Everswap is taking the associated taxes with the EverRise smart contract before the swap. So this transaction will not cause any sell pressure on the chart. So let's take a look. Oops, it's waiting for me in here, I believe. All right, there we go. Transaction went through. I've performed the swap. I'll even go into my Phantom FTM scan here, and we could see it dropped from 500 to 399 26 seconds ago. If I click here, we'll see that I got some EverRise. All right, beautiful. Next thing we'll do is let's try and go cross-chain, native coin swap. So let's go from Phantom to Binance. So for this, let's go 200. Yeah, let's go 200 Phantom to BNB. I'm going to initiate the transaction. I'm going to sign it, and I'm going to perform. We could see the fee for going cross-chain is 1.25 Phantom, which is roughly $2.50, I believe. Confirm. All right, and just to show everybody, this is the wallet. There's no BNB here still, so we'll wait for the transaction to complete. I'll jump into EverOwn. I'll show everybody a little bit what EverOwn looks like. Again, EverOwn is our smart contract locker. So these are some of the projects that are currently using our platform. So let's go with this one. So this is a project that's currently a part of EverOwn, King Shiba. We could see here that they've performed 2 votes. One of them was to reclaim ownership. This is when they wanted to bridge from Binance to Ethereum. And also a vote later after the community agreed to bridge, they needed to unlock their liquidity. So you could see here, if you click on results, they had 70 people come and vote. It made up 10% of their total supply that voted, and 99% agreed. As you could see, we're not looking to govern on projects. Rather, we're looking to provide tools to promote transparency within communities. So we actually don't dictate like a minimum amount of voters. We just are looking for those projects to provide transparency to their communities. Let's go and take a look let's take a look at Migrate. So this is the Migrate dApp where if you're upgrading smart contracts, you could see very simple. They would wallet connect, select the token, how much of the V1 token do they want to send to this address. They have the ability here to add a secondary address if they want to move to a cold wallet. And then all of the information is down here below. So let's go back into native coin swap and let's see if this transaction has executed. Okay, cool. So we could see here the 400 Phantom went down to under 200. And let's check on the Binance Smart Chain, and you could see it's arrived. So we were able to perform. It completed right here. We were able to send over 200 Phantom, which converted to 0.97 BNB on the Binance Smart Chain. But Chris, that concludes my demo. Thank you very much for having us. And I hope everyone from the EverRise community enjoyed this presentation along with everybody else.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Wasso. It's a pretty simple but very clear presentation to show us how the EverRise projects operates. Yeah, really appreciate it. And thank you very much. It definitely looks really interesting. And I would love to know more after the demo session. Yeah.
Thank you, man. I'll leave my email in the messages and we can connect. Thank you.
Thank you. Wasso.
Bye.